Scottish hills, Scottish borders. As you can see, it's approaching sunset. We're what, maybe an hour and a half away from sunset, something like that. We're out for a walk. Make sure we're doing our exercise. I encourage you to do that. We flick around so you can see me. Andrew, I live in South Scotland. I like showing you these interesting places and going for walks somewhere beautiful, natural, or somewhere historic, a battlefield, or something cultural, or I don't know, that sort of thing. That sort of thing. Anyway, this is the hills between Galashiels and Alston. So that way. And well, there's Tree Bank over that way, and Melrose, and yeah. Hello, Glasgow, Dr. Jamie's World PhD. How are you? How's Glasgow? What's going on today? How from Galashiels? Well, so Galashield's in the valley between that hill and that hill, so we're just sort of, I don't know, a mile out. Yeah, this is it's called Blakey's Hill. You can see the Eildons over there, three iconic hills of Tranmere. It's not my It's not my fault. The little pond in this little valley here, that has some ice on it. I noticed some folks kind of in the ice. Looks like nice. It is a nice day, Johnny. That's right. How are you? How are you? What are you up to today? Yeah, a little bit of ice, but it's mud today. It's mud, not permafrost. No flowers on the gorse yet. I'm sure there will be. Oh, there's one. There's quite a few on that wee bush. For some reason. It stormed here last night, did it? It stormed. You're staying in all day. That's not good. It's not good. Let's have a look at my watch. Yeah, so far I've walked 2.3 kilometres, gained 152 metres, and I've used 1,000 kilojoules. What I don't like about weekends, especially Saturday, as people do activities in the morning, afternoon, then go to pubs, etc., get drunk, basically get ready for the weekend. We're going to get drunk. Well, that sounds like Glasgow to me. You know what I mean? No stereo watches, but you know, it's a wee bit noisy. I live with the drunks every weekend, yes. Well, you know, it's not exactly dissimilar around here. That stump. Nice, isn't it? The way it's kind of been carved. Don't forget, forget to give me a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, you know, all of that. It's lovely if you do that. It makes me feel appreciated and wanted. How do you get here if you're it depends where you're starting. I wouldn't start from there. So we're sort of between the A68 and the A7. So from Edinburgh, you can take either the A68 or the A7. From Newcastle, you can take the A68. From Carlisle, you can take the A7. Yeah, so the A7 goes through nearest town centre. So yeah, if I step back a little bit, you can start to see some of the buildings of Galashiels down there in the valley. That's the fire station. So yeah. I love this periscope. Yes, I miss periscope. Hello, Erjo. Welcome. Welcome. I didn't see you there. And there is a train station on the Waverley line. It's called the Borders line, technically, but I think most people know it as the Waverley line. So this is the second last stop The last stop is Tweed Bank, which is sort of there-ish. Phone box days, yes. So I don't really do the phone box anymore. But it's possible. I might bring it back someday. I might bring it back. It was good fun. You know, it was good fun. Popular, and I enjoyed it. But problem is, so often I'm working in the mornings much more than I used to. So it's kind of difficult to be doing phone box quizzes at night. I have an English Cambridge C1 exam coming up in 2 weeks. Okay, just passed your well done, driving theory test. Good stuff. Good stuff. Is it right that you've got to wait so long before you do your practical? Is it like 6 months or something? If that's correct. So I hear. I can start to see the time a wee bit more now. The sun glinting off the roof of the new school. Nice. Hello. I might go and visit the new school at some point. Show it to you. But maybe not today. So we're heading across Blakey's Hill, sort of up towards Darling's Hill. That is not my finger, so that, yes, if I go there, that's not my finger, that is actually the top of my battery pack, which I have attached magnetically. You know about driving a taxi, do you? So no, I did notice that before. There's not very much I can do about it. And there's sun glinting off the top of the Tesco as well. Nice, isn't it? Wake up first thing Monday morning from 6 a.m. to be on there. Yeah, it's difficult to get booked in, isn't it? You've got to be on the phones or on the website. Yeah. So yeah, not many flowers on the gorse today. I haven't seen any wildlife really. I've heard some I've heard some seagulls, and I saw some ducks, and I've heard some children. Apart from that, no wild animals around. I'm going to Edinburgh in 2 weeks. Oh, lovely. Well, this is about an hour south of Edinburgh. I can hear a dog somewhere. We can just about, down there, just about see the football stadium. That's the back of Gallifreydine Rovers. I've been to St Andrews. Yes. Nice place. Fife. Have you ever been to St Andrews? That's a nice golf course there, isn't it? Like a university. Hi. Now, shall we go that way or that way? What do you think? Left or right? Left. Right. We could actually go that way. This field, except there's nothing in this field. So we could go this way, but yeah. There's just a trig point up there. So we're not going that way. So there's University in April for their open day. Lovely. Lovely. Stitches. I think we're going to go right. And take the right path. Go further up the hilltop. And then over the top. So it might get a little bit slippy. It is muddy, but not too slippy. Let's see. Past the gorse. Let's try not to get scratched as we go. Danger. been a horse here. I see horse footprints. Shoes on the wrong feet. What? What? Shoes on the wrong feet? No. Shoes on the wrong feet? Huh? Don't know what that's about. I wonder if anyone's going to answer. Ever been to the following place in England? York, Durham, Cambridge. York and Durham, not Cambridge. There's a nice cathedral in Durham and a minster in York. There's not much else in Durham. There's the river, there's the university. Yeah. How do I remove that? Drag here, then tune in. There we go. There. Yes, plenty more in York. I was in London too, obviously. You're a siren now. I don't see any emergency vehicles though. So we're just about at the top of the hill at the removed forest. Do you believe there is more bigger things at stake than people realize in life? No. No, there's the correct, I think people are broadly correct about the number of things at stake. By and large. What the button does. Ooh. Play a game? No, we're not going to play a game though. That's new. So this forest has been removed in the past few years. It's very disappointing because I rather like this wee forest. There's some nice trees in it, but they're all gone. Almost all gone. There's some trees being planted. You see all the green sticks there. They're all new trees, but it was all with Sitka spruces, something like that. They're all non-native pine trees that were here. So they're going to be replaced by native species, which is ecologically better. I'm not making any political point. So in 100 years, it'll be a lovely forest again. But for the moment, it doesn't look too good. I think people either see or can't see the bigger picture. Yes, I think that's true. I think that's a fair thing to say. See the crows there. The crows. Perched on top of the dead tree. And some of the dead trees have been burned, which makes lots of high quality fertilizer. This is blown across the soil, which is good. And sometimes they're also left for insects to live in piles of tree. Oh, that's not as stable as I was expecting. Ash. Charcoal. See what's been burnt. What's your current thoughts on it, Iran? And as far as commercial airspace and closes, people can't fly with like, yeah, well, I don't think World War III is going to happen, not yet. But I am worried about Russia's intervention and how that's going to be viewed. With a bit of luck, that'll help America understand what Russia's all about a bit better. Anyways, these are palladiums. These are far from new. Thank you. Yes, but they're palladiums. They're very good. They're. Can you see the tag there, palladium? They're waterproof, so I can feed in the water fine. Yes, but they're probably 4 or 5 years old, so they're certainly not brand new anymore. But they're good. I'm pleased that the old Ayatollah has gone. Certainly, you know, it's always good when a dictator is removed from that perspective. But I don't know that in the long run anything's going to be made better. Ultimately, we'll see. Anyway, we had this winter, and you thought, why no? Well, it's just too warm. Global warming. Every few months, well, not every few months. So as well, I've got newer boots than this. Yeah, well, not every few months, but every couple of years I go through a pair of boots because I do so much walking and hiking. Yeah, global warming, to be honest, is to blame for the almost no snow that we've had over winter. I'm fairly sure. More stress, so my boots deteriorate after so long. Big horses. Shut the gate, and we'll go that way. Scruff boots. I don't know. Scruff boots. So we'll walk kind of along this common, there's moorland, and then we'll drop down towards the golf course. You can see the windmills on the next couple of hills. Zoom in, you'll see them better. Turn around in the wind, generating electricity. Scotland is a net electricity exporter, and it's all done through renewables. It's all solar and wind and nuclear and geothermal and hydroelectric. It's good to see. It's quite still today though. You can barely see the trees moving, if at all. It's a tiny amount of wind on that tree. I hear some bird over in those trees. It's up in that branch. There it goes. Probably can't see it against the blue. It just flew off. Don't know what sort of it. So, obviously here we've got new trees again. They're not protected from the deer because there's a fence around them. What we're looking at, is that a birch, possibly? And these, if you what they are, the two different species on either side of the path. Interestingly. See the nice big stile over there? I like big stile. There's no path getting to it. Well, maybe there is. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the stile. Watching out for the ground nesting birds, of course. So, look, there's steps in the wall, and then a stile. It's clever, isn't it? It's clever. I'm quite high up now. Have to be careful. Glad. Beautiful. how do I get that down? Carefully. Gotcha. Slow down. Back to the path. How high the path goes? Well, I've climbed 200 meters on my walk so far. Started in the valley, climbed up 200 meters. If that tells you anything. Can you camp here? Yes, you can. You can camp pretty much anywhere in Scotland if you want to. There's nothing stopping you camping here if you can find a nice flat spot. Build a little fire somewhere, as long as you're careful. And there's no dangerous animals or anything here. You might get sniffed at by a fox. That's about as dangerous as it gets. You'd rarely see somebody camping up on top of this hill, but you can. It's the law. Where would you poop? You would dig a hole, somewhere discreet, and then you'd fill it in again. Just before you suffer, you need to be higher than Scotland offers. Yeah. It's peaceful. It is peaceful. It is peaceful, so we can barely hear the town anymore. Barely. Obviously, there's been people here. I can see footprints and horse prints. This is a fairly well-worn path, literally. But yeah, it's pretty peaceful, isn't it? Pretty peaceful. I hear an aircraft. I don't see an aircraft. Slightly here one. How cold is it? Oh, it's I'm thinking about 5 degrees. It feels warmer because it's nice and sunny. I'm, as you can see, I'm just dressed in my hoodie. That's fine. If anything, I'm slightly warm. So yeah, about 5 degrees. Maybe a little bit over that. But yeah, it's alright. It's alright. No snow in this part of the country. I get snow currently on the high mountains. But yeah, it's very pleasant hiking weather. The loudest thing is definitely my squelching boots, squelching through the mud, and my voice, of course. There was yes. So that was, I can't remember where it was actually. Somewhere in Scotland. Yeah, it's not impossible if you're around where you are. You might meet the king. But that's, most of the people I believe that live in, I think there's what's that, a finch? A lot of people who live in Braemar are fairly used to that, to be honest. It's not unusual. There's a little bit of birdsong around. Young trees, yes. So over there, over that side, you've got birches. Is that what this is? Sort of bronzish. Maybe it's not. Is it hazel? Maybe hazel. Yes, those over there, and on this side, where's my shadow over that side? over there, you got these fir trees. Yeah, planted 3 or 4 years ago, I think. Maybe a little bit more than that. Separated by a path. I can hear a siren again. I think most of these little tracks here, most of these little paths, will be created by animals, foxes and badgers, I reckon. Oh, there is a stile over there as well. Another stile. Of course. Yeah, so the trees are now changing here. You can see they're kind of a wedge shape up to the pines for some reason. So we'll get nearly this tree line and then we'll turn around and go back down towards the golf course. We tried the bicycle on the track. Yes, yes. It's good fun. I do see quite a lot of people bicycling up here. And you can see the bike tracks. So it does happen. I don't often come up here myself, but yeah, no question. So I think today we'll go down the edge of the golf course. I reckon. Let's see how far down is the sun. Still quite a while. Quite a while yet. Oh, I hear doves in the woods over there. Good morning, Mr. Mad. How are you? Do you recognise this place by any chance, Mr. Mad? I wonder if you do. If I position my phone over here. Recognise this place? It's where I've been before. It's Jim. I do apologise. The tracks, well, right. So the my bicycle's a puncture at the moment, so I'm gonna have to get it fixed. Do I speak Portuguese? I'm sorry, I don't speak Portuguese. No. Portuguese is one of the many languages I don't speak. Along with well, lots, you know. Tagalog and Urdu and Finnish. Yeah, so I need to get my puncture repaired before I can start using my bike again. I suppose I should do fairly soon before the weather gets nice and I'm itching to be biking. Look at the low sun on the hills over there. Nice. What's in there? There's a gully, a channel. Bicycle's broken again. Well, it needs a puncture repaired. So the bicycle itself is fine. It's just it needs a new inner tube, I think. That shouldn't be too difficult to get. So it's a bit slippy here. The sun often doesn't really get onto this path. Oh look, there's some insects flying about. Can you see them? The sun doesn't really get to this path very much, and it doesn't dry it out, so it can be slippy, especially if you put your boot on one of the roots here. It's very easy to slide off that, so do be careful as you're coming down here, everyone. Do pay attention to your roots. Any wildcats? No wildcats around today. No, I have seen, I think, a finch. I've seen a couple of crows and a couple of ducks, and I've heard some seagulls. But that's all so far today. Stop trying to do the tricks of the way. Yes, that would help. Just paying attention to my footsteps. Watch out for Bigfoots. Is it Bigfoots or Big Feet? Hedgehogs? There'll be hedgehogs around, but they'll be asleep. And therefore not visible. I'm not meaning to imply that hedgehogs become invisible when they sleep. I just mean that we can't see them. If that makes sense. Yeah, so again, I reckon deer or badgers or foxes make those little tracks. Some more. Coming in the dark to see them. Unfortunately, when it's dark, that makes it even harder to see them. Pace, 16 minutes, 57 seconds. This will be very slow today. Because I keep stopping to look at the tracks. There's barely a cloud in the sky, isn't there? Barely a cloud. Beautiful. There's been a motorbike here. It looks like, or maybe it's just multiple bicycles, all using the same track, same route. Yeah, I think maybe it's bicycles. Night vision goggles, that would be fine for me. You wouldn't be able to see it. I don't see anybody on the golf course today. Maybe everybody's watching the rugby. I don't know what the score is. I can't imagine Scotland will be winning by too many, though. Get some bird sounds. Chirping. Tweeting. At least not too windy. So this is Laddock Golf Course, municipal golf course, owned by, I guess, 5 to 9 holes. This is the top of the golf course. It's pretty. Is that a person? Yes, a person walking a dog rather than a person walking a golf stick. make sure everybody, make sure that you're following me. You'll see more things like this. Walking more paths. Because it's a nice path, a nice place. The wind's getting up a little bit. Might be just coming up the valley. Red flag means there's a live fire exercise going on, I believe. That's where we came from, and the path, we'll learn tricks. She's fine, thanks. So there's a little stream just up, down I should say here. Down Wolf Park, I think it's called. I'll walk on the grass rather than on the mud, I reckon. It's easier. Your home account has served. Yes, the wind's getting up and it's also getting chillier, especially when we're out in the sun. Jules is still trying to find out tricks. Yes, this is a nice view. View down the downside of the golf course and by the barn. It does get slippy, it does get muddy, unfortunately. That's definitely a dog being walked. A stranger trying to use it said they were planting a Trojan in your account. Not about it. If anything other than ignoring it. I have to go up that path one day. Find out where it goes. But today's not the day. Money. Tricks are for kids. Sally? Can you hear the water? It's a nice sound, isn't it? What's the time? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. That's fine. Just left something. Is that a dog ball, do you think? Curious. That's what the adults do, I don't know. Strange thing. What's that? Is that just a bit of stone with writing on it? And for what? And for what? I'm not familiar. The path gets a little bit more stony here, so you've got to watch out for the edges of stones so you don't trip over them. It can be so when it gets muddy. Oh, I like the balls because they fold up. Ah, okay. Over. Don't see that. I could dip my foot in the water, but I shan't. Not today. It's a bit cold. It's a bit cold for that kind of nonsense. It's a beautiful sound. Just have to content yourselves with the sound of the water. It's a bit cold. The owner will come back for the ball, hopefully. And the plastic bottles. Muddy. Redundant style. So the sun is getting lower and lower, and it's making a nice shadows on the grass. Nice silhouettes of trees. That's a little bit slippery. Nice silhouettes of the trees. Yeah, I can see an aircraft now. There. This message is held for review, it says. Let's see. Uh, Dolby censored again. Hang on, what did I say? So, they will all come back. Was that in reference to? It's pretty, isn't it? Raining? Oh yeah. How did that get censored? Any reference to my clothes is assumed to be far too sexual. Ugh. Wet. Body. Ugh. I'll try this way. Yes, I am glad that I'm wearing my waterproof boots today. It's getting kind of soggy. Socks. Socks. Oh, show socks. They're just black ones. They're just plain black today. You lost the opportunity to see new socks yesterday. So these are just plain black ones. Slide off there. Yeah, well, the ground is 3, but apparently it was storming for Trizza. There was a little yesterday morning, I think. Was it yesterday morning, possibly? It could have been this morning. Maybe yesterday morning. There's a wee bit of snow on the hilltops. Just a wee bit, but it's all melted now. I think it was yesterday. So it's still capable of getting pretty cold. It's sunlight. Tornado signs went off. Wow, that is a storm. So, was there an actual tornado? The colour of this bark. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful in the sun, peeling off. Very nice. Not in my neighbourhood, not on my watch. It's a beautiful place, gotta admit. It's a beautiful place. Lots of footprints here, lots of people been walking recently. This is not concrete to the mud a little bit. It's a crow. It's a crow in the tree. Just trying to get it had its head under its wing. I was trying to figure out what it was. It's a crow. It's a nice little bridge, isn't it? I'll take a picture of that. Except I can't because I've not got my camera. What a nice place though, eh? What a nice place to be. Who wouldn't want to be somewhere like this on a day like today? I refreshed paddle. Now, my boots could be cleaned a little bit, couldn't they? That's probably quite cold, that water. Possible that that might kind of turn into ice a little bit. Difficult. Difficult to get my boots in the water too much. Lovely. Fastest way to clean my boots. Yes, well, stick them in the water, stand in the water and scrape them against the stream bed. Yes. They just get muddy again. Person, dog walking. Almost a classic, almost. There's a little holly tree. A couple of little holly trees, new ones. Oh, curious. I don't know why they've been planted here. Look at the pattern on this tree. Beautiful, isn't it? Could paint that. Well, draw it, I should say. Very nice. This way. Yeah, so it's going to get muddy again here. This is a rarely seen sign in Scotland. unusual. Beautiful colours now on the grass. It's got never completely dry, no. I think that's fair to say. No. I mean, that path, it will certainly get dry enough to not have any mud on it, rather than just soil. But, yeah, broadly speaking, the answer is no. Look at all the ridges on the golf course.
Split pace. 13 minutes, 13 seconds per kilometre.
So what happens when I stop at the ridges and stuff? Yes, I was saying look at all the ridges on the golf course. It is. I think we'll take this path. Oak Ridge. Away from the golf course. Temporarily. Try to stay off the worst of the mud. Stony Bridge. Aye. An actual proper metalled road. Okay. Let's see my watch. 1900 active kilojoules. I've completed my target. Okay. So now that we're back to some form of civilization, so much abstractions, yes. Now that we're back to some form of civilization, I think I shall stop my live stream. We're approaching town. Hello, Jules. I'm just leaving. We're approaching town again. So it's just about time to end my stream and go home and have some pizza. I reckon. That's still the battery, not my finger. It's a nice graveyard over there. Looking nice in the low sun. Thank you for those celebratory party things. That's all. So, yes, we'll stop here, I think. It is Saturday. Andrew bought those boxes for Trixie, apparently. So I'm just about going down. Walk up this way briefly. It's interesting. Frances Mary Hasty, sis, it says. Just did 1.5 hours of banjo. Excellent. Who's Trixie? in loving memory of Cyril Donald Corcoran, 1940-23, husband to Ray Turner Young. No dates. And back to back. I think that field is earmarked for expansion. No Thomas Riddle here, Jules. No, no. I like occasionally when you see a modern gravestone when they've got a picture of the person. It's interesting. Was this Thomas Riddle? Sure. Victor Cafe, born in Poland. No birth date, I notice. Anna Lupak, born in Ukraine, mother of Natalia. Born Lash, how do you pronounce that? LazY, Z with a cross bar sort of thing. Thomas Riddle, I may go back, but not today. Not today. Stanley Osuchowski, born Svechki in Poland, 1917. Another person born in Ukraine, Gregory Legutsky, with the trident symbol. Galbraith, there'll be a few Galbraiths. Ramage, Kelly, Tunnicliffe, Romanis, Maben with the trombone. Wheel Armine. Warren, Johnston, Shaw. Garden, see a photograph. I think that's such a good idea. Yeah, so anyway, we'll stop here. So as I was saying, probably going to be the last Tuesday morning breakfast and sketching stream for a little while because of work. Because I'm having to rearrange things to accommodate a new learner. The only time was another Ukrainian trident. The only time I've really got available is on a Tuesday morning. I was trying to put that off for as long as possible. There's a few Ukrainian ones, isn't there? Yeah, it's the only time I've really got available is Tuesday morning. I was trying to put it off for as long as I could do, but I have to use my Tuesday morning. I saw a Doxy yesterday. I thought that was an interesting name for a German grape. Doxy. Thank you. Yeah, so we might be the last Tuesday one for a little while. But I'm not abandoning Tuesday morning. It's just because of that liner can only be fitted in on a Tuesday. I should be Friday as normal. Friday as normal, I'm hoping. And it should be, I think, something like 8 weeks, maybe less. I'll see. Until I'm back on a normal Tuesday for sketching. I'll have to see how that goes. What funding is available and when and so on. So hopefully we'll be back this Tuesday morning. Hopefully we get officially confirmed, but almost certainly Friday. Almost certainly Friday. So you can join me on Friday for eating somewhere. Yeah, chat as usual. And we might do something somewhere as well. Before then, you never know. So I'll see you probably Tuesday, almost certainly Friday, and you never know. I'll let you know in my Discord what's happening and when. Yes, I shall let you know. So I'll see you next time. Bye everyone. Have a nice Saturday weekend. Bye.